Everybody, this is DearMamaSal, and it is Tuesday, and we have 8 degrees already here in southern British Columbia, and it would be 47 in northern Washington state. So it's going to be a hot one, and when I say a hot one, it's a hot one for the time of year. I've just seen something that changed my mood, and it's up to me to change my mood back again, but let me talk about it before I do that. It's a guy walking his dog all over somebody else's lawn. I mean, literally just walked onto their lawn and went and had a look at this and went and had a look at that, and I'm going, that's trespassing. I don't know about the rest of you, but you know, somebody starts walking across my lawn. Actually, I used to have neighbors that did that. They had a tenant that thought that my lawn was a very nice shortcut for them, and so was my driveway. And I actually stopped them one day and said, you know, you ought to be really grateful that I don't own a gun. And they're saying, what? I said, because you keep trespassing across my property, and I'd like you to please stop doing that. Well, you know, I was the you-know-what from hell, as far as they're concerned, but I caught them doing it another time, and I just was equally blunt about it. Please stop walking on my property. So I don't know, maybe I'm weird. I don't have much to call my own, and my property is part of that, so keep your stupid little feet off it. And you know, we had one set of neighbors that moved in one time with a whole slew of adopted, I think they were not adopted kids, but you know, people who look after them for a short time. Can't remember what you call that. You guys will remind me. But anyway, and they had no control over these children whatsoever, and they allowed them to do anything. And the children all thought that biking across the property was a good idea. I fixed that. You know, Bean Bean's predecessor was called Bud. And Bud didn't like bikes very much. So all it required was that I leave Bud out there. I tether him so he couldn't get off our property, but he had every right to protect his. Didn't ever see kids on my property again. It's nothing like a German Shepherd going at you full pelt with very loud bark and lots of teeth that will dissuade you. Now, you have to understand, Bud was a lot like Bean. He'd probably lick you to death once he got there, but he was very territorial about his property. So it was like, told ya, and keep off my property. Anyway, having had my rant for the day, that isn't really where I wanted to go, but never mind, it was what I saw. I just can't believe people do that, though. You know, just walk across somebody else's property, and with a dog. With a dog, yeah. I'll just walk, you know, onto your lawn and check out your plants and your trees and everything else. Hello. Oh, for those who were interested in the haul and complaining about the lighting, and I don't blame you at all. Absolutely, I will not be doing that again the wrong way. Thank you for those that bothered to state the obvious. I nearly didn't put it up, and I've got to tell you that whole vlog, I nearly didn't put it up because of the lighting, and then I thought, you know something, I've got a feeling they'd like bad lighting than not at all, so with apologies on that one. So this is another one of those things that I bought. It's a sweater from Land's End, oatmeal and cream, and I have just a little cream blouse underneath it, which I thought looked rather preppy. Whoever knew I could look preppy, right? The lipstick, as far as I remember, is Kate Moss in Vogue, and I really have to say, although the Kate Moss lipsticks don't stay on me well, their colors are really quite impressive to me. They're really beautiful colors. I get a lot of comments from people when I wear them, and I know they're darker than I normally wear, but you know they are. She's just having a quick look. Yep, but they really are impressive. Oops. Sorry. That's me trying to you know, you got two choices: slam on the brakes and have somebody rear end you. Luckily, the person on the other side understood my dilemma. Okay, where was I? So the Kate Moss lipsticks, I really do love the colours. Then I'm probably going to just experiment with what I can do to keep them on slightly longer. The thing that I've found is I've got that green lipstick. You know that thing, what I think they call it, it's a mood lipstick. It changes colour depending on your mood. Well, I find that a really nice thing to put on as a base, because it really colours up your lips to start with, and if your main lipstick sort of wears off a bit, it leaves this sort of base colour underneath it, which still looks like you're wearing decent lipstick. So I found that very useful to use as almost a primer. It's not a primer at all, but you know, you understand what I'm saying. I use it as a base quite often now that I got used to it. It really does turn my lips quite a nice colour, one that I can live with. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wear different outfits each day, and I'll let you know where I got them from and if I can remember. So somebody else made a comment yesterday about LL Bean, and who was it that made the comment? And I thought that was so cute. Oh gosh, I wish I could remember, because they deserve credit for being really on top of things. They must have been wide awake, must have had a couple of cups of coffee, because they said it was LL Bean. And I thought that was so cute. But they were making a comment about the fact that they also buy from LL Bean, I think, as opposed to Land's End. This is a Land's End sweater. And my comment back to them was this: the reason that I buy from those catalog stores is that you can buy really good quality. If you buy on their sales, you can buy really good quality at the price you'd pay at Walmart. Or very close to it. And so you're getting LL Bean or Land's End quality at bargain basement prices. And I've always done that. Is every year I sort of check in as the season changes, because you understand, as the season changes, they're getting rid of old stock, or they're getting rid of whatever. And I'm the first one to say, thank you very much, I'll gobble that up for you. And I'm so glad I did with this, because it's a really nice, comfortable cotton sweater. I haven't washed it yet, so we'll see how that goes. But as long as I wash it carefully, I have no reason to believe it shouldn't work really well. it's like I must admit that I normally buy the majority of my winter pants from Land's End, because I buy cords for winter, and their cords are just so well made and washed like a dream. Yeah, really, really good. And I'm wearing actually a pair of oatmeal cords today. Actually, they're more like a, what color would they call that? Not quite sure what color. It's sort of darker than oatmeal. Not quite, not a tan. Oh yeah. Brownie. How's that, brownie? Light brownie? Do the man thing. Only women can have that many colors for brown, right? Descriptions. Anyway. It goes really well with this. And I thought this would look really good over white pants as well, or white shorts, in the late evening. And that's why I got it. I'm always sort of thinking like that when I buy things, which is, I think about the spring and the fall. What can I wear that in the spring and the fall? And if so, what would be the best way? So obviously I can wear this with a shirt underneath it, or I can wear it without a shirt underneath it, depending on the look I want to have. So that's why I thought it'd be really cute. And I was very pleased when I put it on this morning. I went, oh yeah, that looks just as nice as I thought it would. So the only thing was that I thought it did need a pretty powerful lipstick, because otherwise with my now grey hair, I was going to look too washed out, and I didn't want that. So that's why I did the serious colour, to not look like I was fading away here. Now that's yesterday. I had this whole situation. Get ready for this one. You'll love this one. I had this whole situation go down about. I lost the decal or decal, depending on how you pronounce that, to the sticker, the insurance sticker for my car. Not my car, my trailer. Now, I know I bought it in January. I remember that very well. But for some reason, as I probably described yesterday, somewhere between buying it and now, I lost it. Now, I was pretty sure I wasn't the first person in the world to have that happen. But even so, you feel like a bozo for doing it, right? A right doofus, in fact. So one of the things you have to do is actually report it stolen, because the chances are I dropped the package when I was putting on the decal to my car. It's very possible that I did that. Anyway, so I had to phone the cop shop and tell them that I'd lost it. So I make the call and I found the non-emergency number and spoke to some volunteer, probably. I wish to report something. And she said, yes. And I said, I wish to report that I'm stupid. And she didn't quite know how to take that for a second. You could hear her processing, is this a prank call or is this serious? And then I said, because I lost the decal to my travel trailer. And then she laughed. And she said, did you now? And I said, yep, I had it in January. I said, but it was raining really hard and I didn't put it straight on my trailer, and because I was going to put it on the weekend when the weather was due to be better. I said, it's now April, I can't find it, it's gone. So apparently I'm not the first person to do that. She said, you'd be surprised how many people make this telephone call. So of course, the one thing she warned me about, which is a very good point, one that I hadn't considered, which is if I find it, do not put it on my trailer. Because now it's stolen, as far as they're concerned. So anybody that uses it is going to be in trouble. Of course, it's a little bit late now, seeing as probably I dropped it in January, but never mind. Perfection takes a little longer in my life. Anyway, I had a very nice chat to the cop lady. She was very nice. And she was I thought, very polite about the fact that I was a doofus. So I was very grateful for that. No complaints at all. And I phoned up the insurance company, who also were not surprised at all. Apparently it's happened to them many times as well, obviously. And over there, no, when I was phoning up the cop shop, they were busy checking. Did I know the plate number? And I said, well, I would have done if I hadn't lost the documents as well. You know, it was all in the same envelope. So I said, no, I have no idea of the plate number. And they said, hold on a second. And then they sort of checked, and then they came back with the plate number of my Jeep. And I said, no, that's my Jeep, which is probably what they did it for, to make sure that I was the person that they wanted to be talking to. And I thought about it afterwards, and I thought that was quite clever. Because I instinctively said, no, that's my Jeep. I didn't just say, no, that's my car or something. So they knew that it was mine. Then, of course, I made my next doofus statement. I was doing well yesterday. I must have been taking doofus pills, because I then said, boy, you're well connected. Sal, it was the cops. What did you think? They wouldn't be well connected? Hello? And you phoned at lunchtime. You're meant to be awake by then. Oh, you're such an idiot. Oh, I wanted to thank, I think it's Angela. It's an unusual name. Anyway, hopefully she's going to join us on some of the broadcasts. But she's had a really, really tough time of it. Really tough time over the last year, from what she told me. And I'm not going to discuss it, because I'll let her discuss it on the broadcast. But just believe me, really, really, never rains but it pours stuff. You know, one thing after another. And she moved locations and did all sorts of things. But she wrote to me yesterday and said how much she appreciated what we do, and the vlogs, and how much they were helping her. And if I ever wondered whether I made a difference, I needed to know that I did. And you know, it's funny that she should say that this week, because I've really been wondering about that. And it's almost like a sign from above, because I've been really querying whether what I'm doing is helping people, or whether it's just, you know, an ego thing, which was never my intent. My intent was to help people. And so I cannot thank her enough for that, taking the time to actually write that and let me know that it made a difference in her life, because then it's like, okay, fine, then I need to keep doing what I'm doing. And I know that, you know, I've got this wonderful group of what I call the regulars, who you can tell they're regulars because they're so rude to me. Do you know what I mean? Occasionally they may even sound like haters, but you have to know that it depends where it's coming from, whether it's a hater or not. I mean, there's some things that Manon says about me that I would definitely think it was a hater if I didn't know that person a lot better. And by the way, how are things in Spain? She's in Spain at the moment. And I always love the fact that Manon sends me daily little pictures to make me smile. Can't remember what she calls it. My daily something box. Smile box, probably, I don't know. But she sends me cute pictures to make me smile every day. What a kind person. So, of course, I get challenged because I want to find nice little ones to send back to her. And of course, if you want to make Manon happy, you have to make sure that at least one of them has pink. I don't know if I managed that this morning or not, whether I found a pink one. But, but if I didn't, the intent was there. So I just wanted to say how much I appreciate it that somebody takes the time to let me know that what we're doing actually does make a difference. And again, to welcome any of you that feel like it to join the broadcast. Now, I just want to give you a heads up. For some reason lately, I've had a real problem when we've been doing the Vaughan broadcasts, where for some reason my audio is echoing, and it doesn't matter which one of my speakers I turn off, I still get this echo going on. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with a setup somewhere in my computer. And hopefully, while I've got next week off, so hopefully during that time I'm going to be able to fix it. But if you come onto a Vaughan broadcast and we're not there, check Tiny Chat, because it means that we probably had audio problems and said, forget this, or something stronger, forget this, let's go back to Tiny Chat. And we've moved back across there. Now, I really wanted to thank Paul, because Paul has been kind enough when we do that to keep the Vaughan page open. So if anybody arrives there, he can tell them we've moved to Tiny Chat, which is really thoughtful and kind. So I really thank him for that. So what's my thought for the day, other than don't walk on other people's lawns? It's their property. Forgive yourself for being a doofus. That would be another major thing. And at one stage, I did say to the cop lady, I can hear my sister screaming at me. Why did you put it on? Yes, well, because I've got... and then I thought, gosh, isn't it funny how there are parallels in life? And I think about my friend who didn't bother to keep turning her car over and the battery went dead on her. So, you know, what comes around goes around. And that's okay. Alright, so if you close your door, I'd be able to park as well. Yeah, don't rush. Obviously, it's not going to be a day to mess with me today. Do any of you get that feeling? You know, that maybe I might be a little judgmental today. This is DearMamaSal saying, hey, I wish I were perfect. I'm not. Bye-bye for now.